You've spent 40 years watching a number climb on your paycheck week after week, told that when you finally stop working, another number would rise right alongside it, protecting you, keeping pace, holding the line against a world that keeps getting more expensive. That's the promise behind the Social Security cost of living adjustment. It sounds airtight. It isn't. Here's the reframe. The raise you get every January isn't actually designed to protect you. It's designed to chase an average that was never built around how you spend money. So how does a number meant to save your retirement end up falling short of it? The COLA formula starts with a basket of prices that has almost nothing to do with retirees. It's called the cpi-w, the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, built decades ago to track the spending of working adults with a paycheck, not seniors living on a fixed income. Gasoline weighs heavily in that basket. Electronics weigh heavily in that basket. Healthcare, the single largest expense most retirees face, barely moves the needle. Mary Johnson, an independent Social Security and Medicare policy analyst, watched this year's 2027 COLA estimate swing from 4.7% in June down to 3.7% within a single month, purely because gas prices dipped. Your healthcare costs didn't dip. They rarely do. Now picture what happens to that raise once it actually lands in your account. Before you see a dollar of it, Medicare Part B premiums usually rise too, deducted straight from your check automatically before you ever get a say. Add a second problem on top of that. The income thresholds that decide whether your Social Security benefits get taxed haven't been adjusted for inflation since 1984, not once. Every year, more retirees quietly cross that frozen line and start paying tax on income they never expected to owe tax on. The raise gets announced in October, the bite arrives in January. So what's your actual margin here? The Senior Citizens League, a nonpartisan senior advocacy group, projects the 2027 COLA at 3.8% as of its July 2026 estimate, which on the average retirement benefit works out to roughly $74 a month. That sounds decent. But that same organization has found that Social Security benefits have already lost nearly a third of their buying power since 2010 because the raises have never fully kept pace with what retirees actually spend on. Rich Johnson, Vice President for Financial Security at the AARP Public Policy Institute, put it simply, family budgets have been under growing pressure from rising prices, and the sooner people understand how much their benefits might actually change, the sooner they can plan around the gap. Have you ever actually compared your raise to your real bills line by line? But there's a deeper trap sitting underneath all of this, the one nobody wants to say out loud on the evening news, the one buried in a government report that most retirees will never read, tucked into a press release full of actuarial assumptions and payroll tax projections and combined trust fund reserves. In June 2026, the Social Security trustees released their annual report. It moved the projected depletion date for the retirement trust fund up to the fourth quarter of 2032. That's 6 years away. Reserves run out. Cuts become automatic, roughly 22% across the board, unless Congress acts first. Is that a guarantee it happens? No. Congress has stepped in before, most notably in 1983, restructuring the program just 2 years ahead of an earlier depletion date that would have forced cuts. But waiting for a rescue isn't a strategy. It's a bet, and it's a bet with your monthly check on the table. So what does this actually mean for the choice sitting in front of you right now? If you're still years from claiming, delaying your filing date, even by a few years, permanently raises your monthly benefit and hands you a bigger base for every future COLA to multiply against. If you're already retired, the smart move isn't panic. It's diversification, building income outside the system so a future cut doesn't land on your entire retirement at once. Would your monthly budget survive a 22% hit tomorrow? The COLA was never meant to be your whole strategy. It was only ever meant to be one piece of it. You've spent 40 years watching a number rise, told it would protect you. It never was the protection. It was only ever the starting point, and what you build around it, that was always up to you.